Salutations, listeners.
Si vamos valeo.
Valar Magulis.
Nanu. Thank you for tuning in. This is Three Men and a Basement, and we are the Ultra Crepidarians.
Yep.
My name is Colin McLeod.
Mark Culp here.
Action Jackson.
And in this podcast, we review movies.
Occasionally.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
We like to review movies and deliver to you, the listener, an average schmuck's opinion about hidden gems in the wide world of cinema.
Sometimes a below average opinion, but
Yeah,
you know.
every now and again.
Like a middle average
Yeah.
opinion, you know?
A middle average.
Like an average.
Like an average,
Yeah, the
Like
most average you could average.
when the average isn't average enough,
Yeah. Right.
you gotta average it out.
50% of the time, it's right every time.
That's right.
Like a middle of the road mean average.
Yeah, just like a roundabout average.
Yeah.
Like if you were to just say, add up all of the averages, and then divide them by the number of averages you have.
That's the most average you could get.
It's super average.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get it.
It's the description of our schmuckiness.
Math.
In this show, we try and target movies that are not total blockbuster smashes. We also try and target ones that are not so obscure that you couldn't get your hands on a copy, even if you wanted to. Instead, we aim for that delightful sweet spot right in the middle. Those movies that maybe you've seen, maybe you heard about, maybe you are wondering if they're worth a rewatch. Don't you rewatch them. That's crazy talk.
Right. Let us do it.
We'll do the work for you. That way you don't have to, slog through watching a film that you've already seen and enjoyed.
That's called job security.
Right? That's right.
Okay? Stop horning in.
Yeah.
This is what you pay us for.
Exactly. But pay us more.
You guys are getting paid?
Ideally.
Oh, I get paid so much.
Oh.
Like, dollars and stuff.
Wait, you
Like,
get dollars? I get cents.
Well, maybe step it up.
You guys are getting paid, huh?
Well,
I'm going to talk to HR.
I wasn't going to say anything.
I pull coins out of your couch. That's what I'm saying. When I
That's
show up,
where they all go.
Ah.
Years ago, when I decided to use my couch as a piggy bank,
Mhm.
my wife kept saying, no, that's irresponsible. That's a bad idea.
Yep.
She was right.
Yeah, see, and I follow behind Mark and pick up the leftovers.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That was my retirement, but
Secondsies.
that's fine. Should open a
No,
401k.
you follow behind him and we'll create a human centipede of change.
Right.
We do love human centipedes in this house.
Well, cuttlefish off a never pay.
Human centipede of change.
If you're new to this podcast, we are known for outrageously protracted intros, but also the formula for this, if you're new to it, we're going to hit you in the first 20 minutes with some IMDb specs on the film that we watched today.
Some nuts and bolts.
Yeah, kind of give you a feel for the movie in a spoiler-free way, give you our opinion just on a general sort of rec level. Then we are going to spoil the shit out of this movie.
Oh, backwards and forwards.
We're going to tell you every gory detail and not gory detail, regular details even.
Yeah.
Average details. Let's go
Average
back.
details.
The most average
Yeah,
detail.
The average details.
The averagest details.
Yes.
Um,
The meanest of the mean.
the averagest details?
Is that a band name?
Is that a band name?
I feel like that's a really bad band.
I think
but
that's an album.
I think that... yeah, fair.
That's
By the mean means?
By the mean means.
The averagest detailed by the mean means. I really want to see the mean means in concert.
Hell yeah.
It's a little rough around the edges.
So, once we spoil this movie, we're going to give you a description of the movie, gory details. We're also going to give you a rating out of 10, and maybe a scene score or two.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to buck off out of your life.
Yep.
You're going to be heartbroken.
Until next time.
We're
But
going
then
to
you
love
just-
you and leave you.
You start another episode and, you can keep us around as long as you want.
Absolutely.
It'll never chafe.
I have softball practice, so you can keep Mark and Jackson around for as long as you want.
Yeah. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm always here.
I'm here for the long haul.
Is that what that smell in my basement is? You're just
Yeah.
always here?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
In this, the 61st
Yeah.
episode of the podcast.
61st.
In this, the 61st episode of the podcast, we watched the movie Journey to the West, Conquering the Demons.
Dun, dun, dun.
Amazing.
So good.
Cherries on this one?
Big one.
So, I have heard of this movie, and this was actually on believe it or not, this was playing on TV.
The television?
The television in America.
Shit.
And I saw like a scene, but that's it.
Wow.
That's it.
I really was not expecting you to have ever heard of this movie.
Yeah.
I have heard of it in as much as I bought it online, and yet another one of the movies that, I purchased, and like once I watch them, I'm like, oh yeah, that's exactly why I fucking bought it.
Right.
But I had never seen it before tonight. This was
Amazing.
A fresh, squishy pop for me. Okay, Journey to the West, Conquering the Demons, which is oftentimes just contracted to Journey to the West. 2013 film.
Yeah.
Rated PG-13.
In 2013, that would make sense.
I feel like this movie might be a soft R.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the same way that like a Kung Fu Hustle, you know? Where
Yes.
it's like slapstick violence that quickly gets real and then it goes back to being
100%. Yeah. Like, it's gratuitous in a fun way. Like, limbs, blood, gore, but I don't know. Lots of overactive squibs.
slapstick violence.
Yeah.
You're an overactive squib.
That is what they told me in high school.
Is that what they called you? That was your nickname?
Yeah.
The overactive squib.
The hyperactive squib.
Like a hyper. Oh boy.
Yeah.
And talk to a doctor about that.
Yeah. I was smelling colors.
Oh God. Oh. I don't know exactly like the context that we're setting the overactive or hyperactive squib into.
I like the mystery though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taste the rainbow.
Mark, they can't see your face, but
No,
Mark
they can feel my
they
face.
can
Mark is
see
not
it.
pleased.
We've already just they can feel my face.
An hour and 50 minutes. Thoughts?
Felt long.
You thought it felt longer than an hour and 50 minutes?
I did.
Interesting.
I could have gone with another 15. I really jammed on this. I really did. But
How was the pacing, though? Did you feel like it felt like an hour and 50?
for me, this felt like an hour 30.
Okay.
Honestly. Yeah.
You felt like it went fast. You felt like it dragged.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I felt like it was kind of right on the money, but if I were to come down on a side of, like, fast or slow, I'd say it was slightly faster than an hour 50. Hour 50 is a long run time. I felt like it was about that, maybe 145. Okay, is there anybody here who can give us a description?
I don't know anybody.
I mean, all they have to do is read it.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, but they do so much more than read it. You know,
Oh.
Do they though?
they live it. They breathe it.
I mean, they pretty much just read description.
Yeah.
They make love to it. When you guys aren't in the basement.
That's
That's
what
what the
yeah.
smell is.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
we're piecing it together,
We're
guys.
pulling away the layers of the onion.
Pulling the string, pulling the thread of the sweater. Hypothetically, though, who would we get to read this description?
We could. I mean,
I know a guy!
oh shit, who's that?
I believe that is the fat fucking drunk guy from The Simpsons. What's his?
Oh
what's
yeah, I don't remember. Bruce.
his name? Sure, why not? It's fucking Bruce.
The comic book guy?
No, the fat drunk guy.
Oh.
Yeah, hey, Burps. That's who you sounded like. Not you. Read description.
Yeah, you wouldn't say that about me.
Obviously
I
not.
definitely wouldn't say that about me.
Because it's not you,
No.
so.
Speaking of which, though, here we go. Hey, you guys.
However, though, before Reed gets too down on this description,
Oh yeah,
we should mention this description is a little revealing. So
it's
this
a
is
little meaty.
Yeah, this is the IMDb description, and I feel like it gives away a little bit more than we might want. So, if you are not interested in what might potentially be spoilers or too revealing of a description, skip ahead maybe 2-3 minutes.
You could also choose to just close your ears,
Yeah,
Skip ahead maybe or close your ear face.
as opposed to your other face,
Yes.
right.
your nose
rear,
face,
Your rear face.
rear face. Well, that's a private face.
Yeah.
We don't.
The rear face.
Yeah.
Party face.
Okay.
Depends. You know, business in front.
What would you do? I don't know if I'm going to cut this out of the podcast, but like, what would you do if somebody came up to you and said, I want to fuck you in the rear face?
I mean, I'd politely walk the other way.
I don't know if I would walk the other way.
I don't know if I'd turn my back
I
on
think I'd have to back away.
It depends on the level of eye contact.
Or I would plant my ass on the ground and do like when the dog has worms, just kind of scoot my ass along the ground to get away.
You just like fold your arms and just say like, no.
No. No. Get away.
I want to make out with your rear face.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm a little intrigued.
Right.
I might see where they were going
I
with
mean,
it.
that's how dogs do it. It's like shaking hands.
It is. Fucking somebody in the rear face is basically shaking hands, Jackson.
It's basically the same thing.
You got it.
I mean, we've all been there.
right?
We've all shook a rear
Yeah.
face.
We've all been there?
Well, some of us.
Some of them wink at you.
Oh, the stinky winks. Dude, the stinky winks? Wow, I don't know if we can make that a band name in case I cut this out.
Okay, ready? Alright, here we go. Tang Sang Zhang, an aspiring Buddhist hero, tries to protect a village from 3 demons. He develops complex feelings for Miss Duan, a demon hunter who repeatedly helps him, and finally quests to meet the legendary Monkey King.
That's a lot coming at you.
Yeah.
It's not...
There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, this is not Kramer versus Kramer. This is some fucking deep poetic ancient Chinese shit that's just like, by the way, fought a demon. Let's go fucking see a Monkey King.
Right?
Why not?
I mean, I'd love seeing Monkey Kings.
It's,
you know?
Share a banana.
Yeah, when you got a free weekend, am I right?
Yeah. But the banana's for eating.
Right.
Allegedly.
Share a banana, have a few laughs.
Come out to the coast, we'll share a banana. Have a few laughs. Fuck, that was funny.
I know what a TV dinner feels like.
That got me. Okay, now, there are a couple of issues that I would take with this. First of all, too fucking revealing.
Yeah.
Second, some of the wording. An aspiring Buddhist hero, he, like, very explicitly, he's a demon hunter. He self-describes as a demon hunter, and he very clearly describes himself as being in it not for, like, the glory or the satisfaction of, like, you know,
He's not even doing it for the money.
He just wants to make the world a better place. So, like, calling him an aspiring hero kind of suggests that he's, like, out for glory. Like, he's one of the fucking Knights of the Round Table.
Yeah, it's
Right.
the opposite of that.
Like,
Yeah.
it would effectively... Here's the funny thing, and here's my ironic take. Him not doing it for the fame, the glory, the money, any of that.
The kingdom of God.
Right. Wouldn't that make him a hero?
I mean,
Like a folk hero, at least.
that's fair. I could accept that.
Right? But again, he's not aspiring to it. So you're right. The description is misleading.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely make the argument that he is a hero.
But he has no renown.
That's not what he's aspiring to be.
No,
It's like-
he introduces himself as the unshaven monk.
Yeah. It's like, the coolest kid in school does not aspire to be the coolest kid in school.
No.
No, exactly.
No, the ones that aspire to be the coolest kid in school,
They suck.
they get shoved in lockers.
Unlike Zach, who is the coolest kid in school.
Right?
God, he's so
Fucking
cool.
Zach.
God, he's so cool. So cool. So one of the other things that I do want to take exception with is, like, this whole thing, like, to protect a village.
Right.
Like, the first demon, maybe, but, like...
To protect the people.
Yeah.
That's what he says.
Right.
Well, it's like the people of China. Like, he's like,
Yeah.
he's all over the fucking
He
joint.
travels all over the fucking place.
He's going everywhere. He's staying in Best Westerns.
Yeah.
But he's
You know?
definitely not protecting a village from three demons.
Exactly.
No.
Journey to the Best Western.
There's your title.
Conquering the bedbugs.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not.
Fuck.
Nope.
Nobody likes bedbugs.
Nope.
You know, bedbugs need love too, guys.
No, they don't.
They can get it somewhere else.
They,
No, thank you.
Listen, they have rear faces too.
I've
I've never actually seen a bedbug's anus.
never seen a bedbug, and I don't want to.
Well, just wait till you see the anus.
Ugh.
Just wait till you see the anus.
Let's see.
Surprisingly large.
What Genrys we got?
Well, the first one, wuxia.
Yeah, wuxia. I had to Google this. So
It is an ancient art of kung fu.
wuxia, according to Zergooglis, meaning martial chivalry or martial heroes, is a genre of Chinese fiction and film focusing on the adventures of martial artists in a historical, often fantasy setting, emphasizing themes of chivalry, righteousness, and martial arts.
All right. I was going to fight that one, but I'll allow it.
I see.
I
Okay,
think so. I agree.
yes and no. Again, it's
I
like
agree.
it's like dark comedy.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like at least in English, wuxia is not a fucking genre.
No.
It's just
Right.
not a thing. It would be considered maybe a martial arts film or
Right.
a kung fu film, which should be a genre if you have the right frame of mind. But like, no casual Westerners just to be like, oh yeah, it's a
wuxia film.
Wuxia film, and it's like, I think no matter how you slice it, even though it could be its own genre, which is like, it's kind of cool, like that there is a name for this, and like when I read the description, I'm like, oh fucking, I know those movies.
Yeah.
The fact that like it's still to me a subgenre of kung fu, it's still a subgenre of martial arts.
Right.
It still doesn't hit as its own genre. It's like saying dark comedy to me.
I don't know. I take your reasoning and I accept it. However, I feel like there's a certain like intangible quality to this movie that we just don't have in like Western media.
Well,
That-
no, but kung fu movies do.
Yeah, but this is not. Yes, it's a kung fu movie, but it's not just that. I don't know.
It's a type of kung fu movie.
Yeah.
There's no like way you can slice this that doesn't put it under the auspice of kung fu.
Well,
Right.
okay, so the rest of the genres are a lot more basic, and I'd be curious if you feel like they better summarize this. I don't know if I would agree that they do. We've got action,
Yes.
adventure,
Yep.
Yep.
comedy,
Yes.
fantasy,
Yes.
romance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all of those things
together equal whoosha.
I feel like all those things together make a Princess Bride.
That's
And-
true.
And this is not a Princess Bride.
Yeah, no, but I also, again, I do personally feel like Kung Fu is a genre,
Right.
and I will live and die on that hill. And I would put Kung Fu as an additional genre.
Comedy Fu.
Kung Fu.
Kung Fu.
This is that.
Well, and this is that because this movie was made by who? By who?
Stephen Chow.
Stephen motherfucking Chow.
Oh, he's been chewing.
Bam.
Fuck, he's so good.
I think he might be one of my favorite directors.
Oh, there's no doubt.
He's
No
pretty
doubt.
amazing.
He's
Everything
so
he does.
fucking good. Like, one thing I love about Stephen Chow, too, is, like, it's not just that he's a great director. That's hard enough. But he's got a vibe. You know, he's like, in the same way that, like, you could see one fucking still from a movie and be like, yeah, that's a Wes Anderson film.
Yep.
But, like, even, like, somebody as notable and absolutely incredible as, like, fucking Steven Spielberg, you couldn't just, like, see a still from a Spielberg film and just be like, yeah, it's a Spielberg film.
Right.
That's
But
true.
Wes Anderson, oh, yeah. And motherfucking Stephen Chow,
It's a flavor.
it's
Yep.
a flavor, yes.
Yeah.
It is like deeply ingrained in what makes that movie the movie. And like, there is absolutely no doubt that he had, you know, his hand in making this. Now, one thing that is different about this movie as compared to the rest of his is he did not star in this movie. Normally, he writes, produces, directs, and stars. He just had the other three this time.
Mm-hmm.
But motherfucking Stephen Chow.
Yeah, that's a good point to make too, because I think sometimes directors are like thrown out there as like a way to like try to quantify quality. You know, like this was made by Steven Spielberg, so like it doesn't tell you what the movie feels like. It tells you that, wow, this is a really well made movie, or
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah. Or like Mel Brooks, you know?
Yeah. Well, Mel Brooks has. Yeah. Are you drawing comparisons to Stephen Chow and Mel Brooks, and that like they have similarity there?
Yeah. So
yeah.
like you know, you can see a couple seconds of a film, or you can like hear, like if I hear it's a Stephen Chow movie, I have a pretty good idea of what I'm in for.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, same thing. If I hear Mel Brooks made this, I have a pretty good idea of what I'm in for. Sam Raimi, Michael Bay, like, you know, there are a ton of directors out there that have like, I don't want to call them one-trick ponies because it's definitely not that, but they do like one thing really, really well.
Mm-hmm. God, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
So, Stephen Chow directed and produced and wrote this movie, but who starred in it?
Probably not too many people our listeners will be familiar with.
Well, I mean, I think first we could just say, like, because it's Stephen Chow, he drew pretty heavily on people that made it into his other films, like Kung Fu Hustle, Shaolin Soccer, you know, these types of films. Like, you're going to see a lot of familiar faces.
Yeah. The first among them, our principal character, Zhang Wen. I don't recognize him specifically.
Ooh, you know who I recognized? Chi Ling Choi? He played Killer in this, but he was one of the warriors in Kung Fu Hustle.
Yeah.
In fact, like as I was watching it, I was just picking out faces that I recognized from Stephen Chow's other works.
Right.
Was he Tiger Guy in this?
I don't think so. I think Killer Yi, Killer Killer San, Killer Sai.
Oh, he
One
was 12
of-
Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was 12 Rings, but in this one,
He was one of her goons.
Yep.
Yep, he was the guy with the stuff under his eyes.
yeah.
We've also got Shu Qi, I'm assuming is how you pronounce it, or Qi Shu, which is actually listed in her description, says Qi Shu, I believe, because the Chinese put surnames first.
Right.
So, Qi Shu, I think we can all agree, incredibly talented.
Yes.
I don't recognize her from anything. Incredibly talented, but it is pretty well known that she is the Asian Olivia Thirlby.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know Elizabeth Thirlby by name, but I had to look her up because I literally was watching Shu Qi on the screen and I was like, who does she look like? Who does she look like? It's bugging the shit out of me. Who does she look like? Fucking Olivia Thirlby, who plays Juno's best friend.
Oh.
And also she's like in Judge Dredd and
Yeah.
a bunch of other shit. But dude, they look so much alike. It's crazy.
She was in The Transporter.
Who's that?
Shu Qi.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck, she was in The Assassin. That was a cool movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. She's been in a lot of stuff that has a little bit more Western flair and recognizability, I think, than some of the other cast members.
Apparently there's a sequel to this movie, Journey to the West, The Demons Strike Back.
Oh fuck!
I mean,
If they're gonna strike anything, back is pretty decent. You know,
Yeah.
that's where the face is. the back face.
Yeah, that's the rear. Well,
Rear
back
face.
This is the rear face.
It's different face. But close to. A lot of time they hang out together.
I think, did we tap it out?
I honestly, I think so.
Yeah.
Not to be disrespectful, because I feel like the people in this movie like really brought it, and I really enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah. They fucking ate.
I mean, but the problem is, like, our listenership, both of them
Yeah.
live in Michigan.
Yeah.
And so they might
yeah.
not recognize a fully Chinese cast by name.
Well,
I mean,
one of
Grace
them
probably
might.
would.
Grisey Lafferty
Yeah.
has, she's got stripes of her own.
Oh,
But
yeah.
let's just say the other one
Right.
that listens, you know who you are.
Frank,
Yeah. Frank.
Roberta,
Beans.
Yeah.
Frank Beans,
Right.
Roberta.
Frank Beans Roberta. Frank Beans Roberta.
Don't make fun of me.
Yep. Okay,
Is that-
that's a solo act. Frank Beans Roberta.
I don't think kids are allowed to that show.
I wouldn't.
Wait, what is?
I just wouldn't take the
Beans?
risk. I don't assume there would be anything objectionable, but I most assuredly wouldn't take the risk of taking my kids
It's like
sight unseen to Frank Beans Roberta.
it's a follow up act to, like, is it Debbie Does Dallas or whatever?
Oh,
You know?
yeah.
Oh,
Frank
Beans is a
Beans.
verb.
Yeah, Frank Beans, Roberta.
Yowza.
Oh my god.
It was
How do you
hard.
bean
That's not
somebody?
where I went.
No, I thought that was like a fucking, that was,
Wasn't beaning a baseball term where you
title.
hit somebody with a baseball and you bean them?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was Beam. I got beamed.
I think it's bean.
I think it's bean.
I
Sorry, buddy.
I
It
don't.
makes more sense for it to be beamed. but-
Well, yeah, I mean, if,
Does not
you're
change
being,
my
if
life.
you're being Roberta, but,
Right.
but only Frank's allowed to do that.
Right.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
want to get beamed by Frank.
He has a license.
Not, you don't want to get beamed in the rear face.
Well,
Is
not
the
by Frank.
Is the back face or the rear face?
The
rear
rear
face.
face.
The rear face. You don't want
Rear
to get
face.
you don't want to get beamed in the rear face.
No. Never take a bean in the rear face.
You know what? I'll do this one for the team. I'm gonna take one. I'm gonna get beamed in the rear face.
You're gonna take the bean.
I'm gonna let you guys know how it goes.
You're gonna take that bean.
Anyone want to join me?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
We're accepting the applicants.
Staying on this side of that line. Thank you. I'll face your face. Not your rear face.
Getting Eiffel Towered over here.
God damn it.
I think I broke Jackson on that one.
Then got
Okay, let's see.
Rex.
Speaking of wrecking Jackson.
Yep.
Are we ready to wreck this bitch?
Yeah. This I fucking recommend it.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't like reading subtitles.
I think that's my only caveat too, is like, if you don't like watching a movie you have to read, then don't watch it. But
you don't even have to read. Like, this, again, I'm going to draw so many comparisons to Kung Fu Hustle. Like, I feel like this movie would be enjoyable just watching it.
yeah.
Watching people emote. I don't know.
I hate to admit this. I mean, I not to scare you guys. I'd recommend the shit out of this movie.
No.
But, I hate to say this, but I do think there is a contingent of people who just, this movie wouldn't vibe with.
I think you're right.
Like, it's this odd mix, like all Stephen Chow films. It's a Stephen Chow film, so if you've seen anything by him, if you like it, go and see this post-haste. However, this movie is a sort of unusual mix of quirky comedy meets kung fu meets love story meets actual Chinese legend. So the one other thing I didn't mention, this movie, we probably should mention it, this movie is actually based on a real Chinese legend. So
Journey to the West.
well, there's like...
Tell us more, Mark.
Well, I'm just saying that, like...
There's so many fucking movies
Oh.
about the Monkey King. There's animes about the Monkey King. There's cartoons and books.
That's how I'd heard of it, because I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan.
Right.
And Dragon Ball was loosely based or inspired by Journey to the West.
Yeah, so the Monkey King is like, I mean, not that we're fucking experts on these things,
We're
but
not.
I am. No, I am.
well, other than Mark,
Thank you.
Jackson and I are not experts on
I
these
do
things.
not claim that title.
However, the Monkey King, even to a untrained Western eye, like everybody knows the fucking Monkey King. He pops up in so many different Chinese legends and tales, and it's not a single one. He's a recurring character,
Yeah.
right? He is the Frieza
Right.
of which I'm going to bring that back up here in a minute, but He is the Frieza of the fucking Chinese legendarium. But yeah, this movie is actually based on the real life journey of, I'm reading this, I don't have this on fucking tap, but the real life journey of the 7th century Buddhist monk Xuanzang, who went to India in search of Buddhist scriptures. So I seem to recall something about this particular legend, and I had to look it up to confirm, but also just going to India to seek out and retrieve Buddhist scriptures sounds a lot like fucking stealing.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty...
Yeah.
Just seeking.
It's pretty fucking sus. Like, yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but I went to my neighbor's house to seek and return their television to my house. I was seeking it.
Yeah.
And I went to retrieve their television and bring it to my house.
That's not stealing.
That's not stealing.
That's a journey.
It's a journey, exactly.
Shit happens on the path to enlightenment.
This is a quest, guys.
Yeah. Let's not, get it twisted.
I have no evidence to suggest that person committed legendary grand larceny.
Right?
But it sounds like it in the description.
It sounds like colonizer bullshit.
But yes, it is interesting that like the events of this movie, while funny, comedic, outlandish and way bigger from like a fictional standpoint, obviously, but then the actual legend are actually based on a real legend and of a real guy who did a real thing, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like, did you guys ever see Ninja Scroll?
No.
Oh boy, Ninja Scroll's fucking cool. It's anime. Little aside here. I don't know if it's fucking Miyamoto Musashi, but there's some fucking badass Japanese Ronin who like was just fucking people up in like feudal Japan, and then he disappeared for a few years, and then like Ninja Scroll basically imagines what his life was in those years as like, basically it's actually a shocking overlap with this movie. Basically they imagine that he was fighting fucking like Japanese demons in those like missing years.
Wow.
And then he like shows the fuck back up in the historical record. But he was like a real dude. And then they just sort of filled in the gaps with this fantastical stuff. Worth checking out. This was kind of similar in that sense. Anyway, I think this movie is wholly recommendable, but I do think there's a contingent of people who are going to be like, no, there's subtitles, or, oh no, people are flying through the air. No, there's Chinese, like, things. I don't know.
There's too many Chinese things.
Too many Chinese things.
Would you recommend this to children? Like, when I say
No.
children, like...
Young teens?
Young teens, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
No, but like...
Like a 12-year-old?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Yeah.
But not like...
Not an 8-year-old.
Not young kids.
No, too much blood.
Too
much reading.
There is many blood. There's also, and quick reading. I think subtitles are sort of a unique type of reading where it's like simultaneously challenging because there tends to be a lot of like proper nouns and shit that you just have to basically intuit. Like, oh, that's a fucking name.
Right.
Especially from a different language that you like don't speak. And it's like, oh, that person is like Zhuang. And you're like, okay, I have to just know that that's not an English word, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But also like subtitles turn over pretty quick.
Yeah.
You gotta be quick on the trigger.
Yep. Okay, so that's 3 recs.
3 recs.
Solid recs.
Are we ready to womp 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 womp?
Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, it kind of bounced around.
I like it.
He ping-ponged it.
Yep.
If you're new here, welcome aboard.
Hey, baby.
Buckle in.
That super fucking annoying sound means that we are now in spoiler territory.
We're going to spoil the shit out of it.
We're going to spoil this movie so many good for you.
So just deal with it.
Yeah.
If you got a problem with that.
Yeah.
'Cause we warned you.
Yeah.
Take it right in the rear face.
Right in the rear face.
Now I can't cut that part out because I just like I like peppering it through the fucking podcast.
You're welcome. I live to serve.
The rear face.
The rear face.
Is that what the rear view mirror is?
Yes.
Okay, aside.
Well, you know what they say. Objects are closer than they appear.
I thought you were going to mention the bush.
Yes, obviously.
One on the hand is worth 2 in the bush?
Two on the hand is worth 1 in the bush.
Yes.
That's how it works.
God damn it. Alright, how's this movie start?
Well, we start off with a lovely aerial shot. This little girl just sitting on the dock singing a song about turtles and fish and lobsters, and her dad is like, he's a fisherman. You know, this is a fishing village. They're on the river.
He said that dad part with a lot of disdain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't like
Yeah.
Did your dad also experience a similar fate to this guy?
Not exactly.
No?
No.
Yeah.
My dad, he got eaten by a river monster.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
And so
here we are.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that was a challenging scene for me to watch.
No, my dad got eaten by Burkitt's lymphoma.
Whoa. Not totally sure I can keep that in the cast.
Oh my God. Okay,
I was really hoping that I could get at least one of you with that. And I was not disappointed.
You did. You did.
Oh, we have fun.
Yeah.
I covered my
sometimes.
face. He made a joke.
Right.
Everyone's feeling awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Which is a demon of its own kind, let's just say. I just rewinded the tape.
He's like trying to make his little girl laugh, so he like sneaks into the water and he tells her like, look at the water. See, there's no demons in there. Look in the water. And he pops up and goes, blah! Right? And scares the shit out of her. And he's just playing around. He's like sticking his feet in the air and splashing really hard. And then he starts to splash a little too hard.
Yep. You get the sense that maybe he's not doing the splashing anymore.
Not on his own.
No. He's getting assistance.
Yeah.
Yep.
Splashing with a handicap.
That's right.
Yeah. Eventually, he gets pulled under the water, and poof of blood, he's gone.
Yeah.
Where did he go, Mark?
He went under the sea.
He's just chilling with Sebastian and Flounder.
Life is better down where it's wetter.
Yeah.
Is that the rear face?
Yeah. Life is better down where it's wetter. You know what I mean.
Take it from me. Okay, so Daddy dies.
Yep. They're having like a mourning ceremony.
Yeah, a priest shows up and he throws a bomb into the water and a manta ray fucking like pops up dead. And they're like, see, that was the demon. We killed the demon. It turns out, believe it or not, that an animal who's not capable of chewing on or eating a fucking human was not the thing that was chewing on and eating the fucking people.
Nope.
Yeah, but it was so big.
A different guy shows up, our protagonist. And our protagonist, what's his name? We'll call him...
Zhang Wen?
Zhang?
Let's give it...
Yeah,
let's,
Zhang. We can go with Zhang.
he shows up. He's looking a little disheveled. He's got long hair. Calls himself the long-haired monk.
Yeah, the unshaven monk.
He claims he's a demon hunter, and he's like, yo, you didn't get the right thing. And the priest is like, fuck yeah, we did. And then everybody jumps in the water and then immediately starts dying.
Yeah, because the priest is like, it's safe, go in the water. And he shoves this guy in, and since he doesn't die immediately, everybody's like, it's safe, yay, pool party.
So everybody's dying, which is a great time.
Yeah.
Dude, that scene was actually really good.
It was pretty boss. And this like very unusual demon in the water that you're just sort of getting glimpses of is like a mix between like a Chinese dragon, an enormous like
bass or a trout or
yeah,
something.
bluegill or something like that. Like it had the kind of stripes of like a bass or a bluegill, but it had that kind of spiky spiny thing.
Yeah.
With the tongue of a chameleon.
And it also had like 4 stubby little legs.
Yeah, kind of like a lobster.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the way they have those little legs kind of curled up underneath them.
Not your average fish.
No. It would have been a special order.
Yeah.
Right? You would have ordered this from the guy who has the fucking Mogwai in Gremlins, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this fish demon's just fucking everybody up. Our hero manages to get out of his bondage. They tied him up because they thought he was lying. He gets out and he starts like
saving lives,
fucking up the demon, blah, blah, blah. He gets the demon on the shore and then it just straight up turns into a dude.
Yep.
A nude dude.
Nude dude.
Like Jekyll and Hyde
who
shit.
was pretty rude.
Yeah.
For making everybody else food.
Well, everyone was screwed. So.
Dude.
That's a different use of the word dude. So I think it fits.
It was no good.
No.
Doesn't matter.
It's fairly lewd.
So it's pretty great because he's like, I'm a demon hunter, everybody back off. And he sits down in front of this guy and he's like, puts down this blanket and all of these fucking like
an instrument, like
and
a rock and a candle.
Artifact looking things, you know? It looks very ceremonial. And then he picks up this, like, it's basically like a gourd that's clearly been converted into an instrument.
It's a harpsichord.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's basically like a hurdy-gurdy, right? He like cranks a fucking...
That was my immediate thought. I was like, it's like a hurdy-gurdy, but it's a hurdy-gurdy.
Exactly. A hurdy-gurdy. That's what it is. A hurdy-gurdy. So, okay, I'm going to put that. It's not a band, but somebody's playing the hurdy-gurdy here.
Hurdy-gurdy. Chicken and the biscuit.
Hurdy-gurdy and scory-de-bershi. Okay, so he plays the hurdy-gurdy, and he starts singing this, like, nursery rhyme.
Yeah.
Which, I'm not going to lie, was pretty fucking on point.
It wasn't bad.
I was into it.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
No, I was like vibing.
If that got released as a single, I would buy that album.
I bet it's on Spotify.
Probably.
Yeah.
So the demon is like initially confused and then very clearly starts to like become agitated. And you're getting the sense that it's a little, you know, sort of like the power of Christ compels you.
Right.
Like this nice, very like innocent nursery rhyme is starting to affect the demon. It doesn't like it. And the demon starts to attack him. And basically in the middle of its attack, this woman shows up and then beats the fucking demon down.
Throws a blanket over him, and the blanket turns into a, like, sack.
That's such a
And
cool
the sack
scene.
turns into a ball.
Yeah, and it turns into a ball. And
Not sexual at all.
She pulls the ball out of the bottom of the sack, takes the lid off, opens the little bag, and there's
Oh, yeah.
a little,
Tell me
there's a
about
little
it.
trophy.
Oh, keep
Oh
going.
my
Keep
God.
going.
Oh
No,
my
tell
God.
me more. I'm
But
almost
what happened
there.
in the movie?
Right.
Yeah.
Keep going. I'm so close.
Takes the ball out of the sack, and yeah.
It was a really cool contraption.
It was
though.
awesome.
Yeah, it was actually.
Like-
it was pretty neat.
Very creative.
So as Jackson said, she like fucking bags him.
She turns him into a totem.
It goes down into this
Yeah.
like little steel ball, and yet like it opens up the steel ball, and there is a little stuffed, like something that you would hang from your rearview mirror,
Yeah.
right? Like a little stuffed, cute animal of the fish demon.
It was
Yeah.
like a chibi.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty nifty. Oh, but she like chastises him for being a terrible demon hunter.
Yeah.
Basically, and then immediately
She's
goes
like, you are such a fucking joke. I'm out of here.
Yeah, but then also goes like, but I'm super into you.
Yeah.
And if you want to kiss me, that's fine too.
Yep.
And he goes,
Yeah.
no,
No, not
Like-
on the menu.
like
No, thank you.
not interested. So then he goes back and he starts talking to his master, who
Yeah.
is hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a bigger fella. Looks like he has nothing to his name. We only really ever see him like in an alley or like kind of like in like a market square.
He gives off like drunk master vibes.
Yeah, like full of wisdom, but that's it.
Full of wisdom and beer.
Yeah. Lots of beer. Rice
Um,
wine.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's like lamenting his ineffectual methods and doubting himself, and
Starts to fucking cry.
yeah,
It's like, has a full on breakdown.
It's really fucking like, I feel like this is like a hallmark of Stephen Chow is like some of his shit is just really fucking serious. Like, it's not serious like for long, but like the words that he uses to like illustrate his points, you're just like, oh god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No,
like
he's-
there was this
Mhm.
child who died in the fucking initial, demon attack, and he's like, and I didn't save her and she was 5. I could have done more. And you're like, what
He's
the
like,
fuck?
I'm
This turns took
useless.
such a turn.
yeah.
He's like, I'm useless. I'm a waste. I'm a terrible demon hunter. I should have chosen, a different path. Blah, blah. And you're like, fuck, dude. This got real heavy real fast.
But that's one thing I love about Stephen Chow is that you can be like laughing and then like uncomfortably serious the next minute, and it just jumps back and forth and back and forth, and like a lot of times with a comedy you don't feel like there's any stakes.
Yeah.
But this movie has stakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Children die. you
Yeah.
know?
And it also serves to like illustrate that the characters feel something, right?
Yeah.
The characters feel like this isn't a comedy, right?
Yeah,
Because like comedy is almost never effective if the characters are not taking it seriously. They have to be the straight men and women, right? Like, so this leads into a conversation with his master. 2 things. One, we get a little bit of exposition where you get the idea that other demon hunters actually destroy the demons. That's their method. He is taking a different path, which is basically to use the nursery rhymes to basically remind the demons of their good nature. And this is one of my absolute favorite parts of this movie, is basically every single demon that's highlighted in this movie gets its own little backstory, and its backstory is like usually told by this guy's master, but it is all about some person who had some wrong done to them, and they basically let the hatred of that wrongdoing, not their wrongdoing, but somebody else's, to them, they let that hatred take over them,
Mhm.
and it turned them, or it created a demon, a hatred demon. And it's so fucking creative and cool. So like in this first scene where we meet his master, he gives some exposition about the origin of the fish demon. He was a villager who saw a child drowning and then saved the child from the river. And when the other villagers saw him, they thought that he was trying to kidnap the child and not save the child after he just saved the kid's life. And they killed him and then threw him in the river. And his like frustration and anger and resentment culminating in a hatred for the village that had killed him unjustly, basically matriculated down into the river and all of its fish and turtles and all that shit, and cobbled together to create this nasty fucking fish demon. Fucking so cool.
Yeah, like the demon was born of a vengeful spirit that swore to take its revenge on the people of the village. And it comes after a fairly humorous fight scene, you know? And then we're getting the backstory of this fish demon, and you're like, oh shit, this is like real heavy stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I love the deep philosophical nature of it and the metaphor in it, right? Like letting hatred take over, being a victim of your inability to control your hatred and your resentment towards a world that has potentially wronged you.
Right.
Is really like, again, kind of deep and philosophical and tracks very well, I feel like, with a lot of Chinese lore and legend. And it's so cool to see it knit into this context where it's like also kind of plucky and comedic and hilarious, you know?
Yeah. So I think the next scene, we're going to the inn, right?
Yeah, there's like this little, is it an inn or a restaurant? It's like carved out of the side of a mountain.
They call it an inn, I think.
Okay.
But same difference.
Yeah.
Yep. We see a couple go in there. I don't know if we need to like go through all the weeds of it, but they end up meeting their end. And shortly after, our protagonist is now kind of following them into the inn, or not following them, but going into the same inn.
Yeah.
And they never really made it clear. It was really interesting. He walks in and it's a crowded inn. You know, there's a lot of people in there. They're eating. Everything looks very kind of like festive and inviting. But as it like kind of pans over kind of his perspective, he's seeing it perhaps for like what it is. The group of patrons is just a bunch of bodies kind of strewn about, you know, the center of the room.
Yeah.
There's like an interesting like candelabra that is actually a rake with like a bunch of knives on it.
It's like a rake pitchfork.
Yeah.
Imagine like a 10-pronged pitchfork, but the prongs aren't going along the axis of the handle. They like take a 90 degree like a rake would. It's really interesting. But yeah, so that initial couple, we get sort of the introduction to the demon, whose lair that is. And the whole thing is like, oh, they have the crispiest pig skin and it tastes so good and all this stuff. And this woman is infatuated with her husband, boyfriend guy. And then all of a sudden the innkeeper comes out and he is fucking creepy as hell.
Oh, dude. Fucking, like, his face was wet and shiny, like, glistening with sweat.
Or Vaseline.
Yeah. And it was...
He looked like somebody just pulled his face out of somebody else's rear face.
Yeah, that's apt. The man had the goop-a-doop.
He had the goop-a-doop something fierce.
Yeah. But he's physically this attractive guy, but he's just shiny, and it was very off-putting.
Okay, you know what it is? I think I got it. Fucking Uncanny Valley.
Yeah!
That's what bothered me about him, is he was fucking...
That's exactly what it was.
He looked almost human, but not quite,
yeah,
right?
It was like a nearly perfect depiction of what a human looks like.
But there were elements that were incorrect.
Yeah.
And it bothers your brain, and it would, like, for a comedy movie, I will have fucking nightmares about that guy.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a doll's face.
Yes, exactly. It was like, the shininess was like a porcelain doll almost. And it was like, he was kind of, you know, powdered and whitewashed.
Mm-hmm.
So he had a very sort of like, oh God.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he kills the fucking couple, and then, as Mark said, our protagonist comes in and is sort of seeing through the ruse, seeing through the facade that the couple did not. The other thing is the yummy, crispy pig skin. All of the pigs have a human body crammed inside their...
It's the stuffing.
Yep.
Cavity. Basically, yeah. Which is what makes them so good.
Delicious.
Yeah.
I've eaten human.
Obviously.
It's great.
Yeah.
Tell us, Mark.
It's great.
Sell it to us.
It's all right.
It's all right. I got it on DoorDash.
Honestly, it's a little stringy.
Yeah.
You know? I'm just going to keep ratcheting it down. I mean, if it's the only thing in the house.
You started at 11. You can only go down.
Honestly, you know what? Now that I think about it, I don't really like it.
No, it's not. It's not your favorite.
Terrible.
Yeah.
It's probably the worst thing I've ever had.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the problem is you've only had it frozen.
Yeah, I never want to have it again.
Yeah.
It is the worst.
That was a journey.
That was to the west.
To the west.
So, okay. He's there. He's having his delicious pig.
Yeah.
What happens?
He's chatting with what seems to be the hostess, and he's like, hey, I know you're a demon, just show me your real face. And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then whoosh, enters Miss Duan, who just proceeds to clean house and fuck shit up. like 10 rings, just annihilating motherfuckers left and right with this like magic infinite gold ring that she can like replicate and throw. And
It's a very cool weapon.
oh, it's so cool. At one point, she puts her hands together and the ring is like floating and vibrating, and then she just throws her hands out and like hundreds of these gold rings go flying out like an omnidirectional machine gun.
Mm-hmm.
It was insane.
It's fucking awesome. It's like it can change its diameter.
Yeah.
And then she can multiply it as many times as she needs.
Yeah.
And then it also fucking like just blows through demons, you know.
Like tissue paper.
Yeah.
And they're like boomerangs where she can kind of like, she like throws it. I guess not really boomerang, but
She
it does
can,
come
like,
back to her.
control
They're
where
magic.
It goes. Yeah.
They're definitely mad. And they come back to her, but also she could basically just like dissolve them and bring them back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, it's so badass.
Yeah, they called it like the Infinite Ring. It has a name. It's like an ancient weapon that was passed down through this family of demon hunters.
They don't really explain it, but basically everybody in the inn, when they beat them up and destroy them, they turn into like
Sand
or dust or grain or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Basically imagine a Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah.
Both in like the deformation that would happen if you tried to like punch a Stretch Armstrong, but also like the stuff that was inside, probably not too dissimilar to.
She's like punching their face in, like there's a squeaking sound,
like a squeaky toy, like a
Yeah.
dog toy.
Dude, the sound effects
Oh my
were
God.
fucking phenomenal in this movie.
So ultimately, they are unsuccessful in bagging this demon.
Yeah, no, he's way too much for them. Like, she annihilates all his little cronies. They have him basically dead to rights. Like, she puts the ring around his neck and is like choking him and holding him back. And our hero Zhang has to like suck the demon out through his mouth. And that's all I'm gonna say about that.
It's the most overtly sexual thing
Right.
I think we've ever said on the podcast.
Yeah.
Pig
Suck
sucking.
the demon out.
Just suck that demon out.
With your mouth. With your face.
Pig sucking.
I just imagine Stephen Chow with like a pen and paper and just be like, oh yeah, just suck the demon out
Right.
of you.
So then she sucks the demon out of Zhang, and then she blows it into the bag.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody's just sucking demons.
Sucking and blowing, man.
Sucking demons. Oh, wow.
It's
What a Friday night.
the good old suck and blow 1-2 punch
With a demon.
with a demon. Yeah.
Pig demon.
And a bag.
Sack.
Yeah, a sack. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ball sack.
She sucks the demon and blows the sack. That's what it was.
Yeah, but, you know.
Nothing like a good sack blow.
Right? So anyway, this pig demon escapes. Did we mention that he's a pig demon?
No, I was going to jump in with that if you guys didn't get
so
there.
go for it. Go. Yeah.
So, like we said, this demon, creepy-ass fucking porcelain doll type face, right? As the ring battle ensues, she's just fucking peppering him, and the facade drops, and it basically his face flakes off, and he is kind of like a pig. But, like, kind of a domestic pig. He sort of looks like Bebop.
Yeah.
You know, he's kind of got a Bebop vibe.
I was gonna say, he gave Bebop vibes.
Yeah, but then, basically, after she bagged him and he got out of the bag, he sort of mutated into his final form, and he was a fucking giant, like, feral hog.
Like a wild boar.
Yeah, he basically turns into the Erymanthian boar from, like, Greek mythology.
Yes.
Right? Like, that's what he was. He was fucking, like, 18 feet at the shoulder.
Easily.
You know, maybe. He was probably 30 feet long, just an absolutely just enormous boar. And he runs off, so they basically don't bag this particular demon. And then he goes back to his master. His master explains to him, again, the fun little backstory of this particular demon. So this demon, he was actually, his last name was Hog. He was like...
KL Hog.
KL Hog. He was ugly in his life. He didn't look like a pig, but he was particularly ugly and fat. But he did have a wife, and he did love his wife a great deal. Because he was not very attractive, she cheated on him with a more handsome man. And then they killed him. Like, she and her lover killed him with that fucking, like, rake spear pitchfork thing. And then he let the hatred get the best of him, which, like, come on, guys.
I might too.
Just let the hatred get the best of you every once in a while.
Yep.
You know, I feel like it's justified.
Sometimes you just let the evil in.
And so his whole thing was he kills couples, especially couples where the woman is infatuated with the man, which I'm actually kind of getting now, the whole, like, person inside the pig thing.
Yeah.
As a metaphor for, like,
Oh.
I'm wagering that the person was, like, the female partner and like inside the pig holding as a part of never separated kind of thing.
Possibly.
I don't know. Maybe I'm stretching it a bit far, but it feels the human pig coming together thing for the cooking kind of
intentional.
Has that vibe, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's his MO and seems perfectly justified, and I feel like all further assaults upon this man who has every right to be upset are completely unjustified.
Yeah.
And frankly, police brutality.
Leave the dude alone.
Yeah. So we get his backstory, and then we start walking another trail.
Yeah.
Also, I should mention, during the exposition about the boar thing, he basically tells his master, like, hey, we haven't beaten this fucking boar. Do you know anybody or anything that could actually, like, help me defeat this thing? And his master's like, yeah, of course I do. There's like 1-800 demon slayers, or you could walk like 8 billion miles to the west. There's this temple, and then there's this giant Buddha statue. You can't miss it. If you miss it, you're a fucking idiot. I'm editorializing, but like, he pretty much said that.
Yeah.
And, oh, by the way, that Buddha statue, inside it, that's where the Monkey King lives. Go see the Monkey King, and he'll tell you how to defeat this boar. And
just fucks off.
Our monk dude is just like, yeah, that tracks. That makes sense.
Yep.
I'll do that. I'll walk, 8 gajillion miles to the...
Away I go.
Yeah.
I will walk 500 miles.
He was the original proclaimer. Yeah. He proclaimed.
Yeah.
On his way to see their Monkey King, he is, like, attacked.
By bandits.
Yeah. He's kind of, not kidnapped, but, like, surrounded. He's lined up with a bunch of, what we presume are prisoners. It ends up being a ruse from the lady, the demon hunter that he had met when he was fighting the fish, and then had also bumped into with the pig demon. And she was sort of like creating this scenario where she had to pretend to be his wife to save him from the bandits, but then it turns out that the bandits are actually a part of her team, and it was all just like this ruse to get him to like express his love for her.
Yeah.
It was a little convoluted.
Yeah, they were pretending to be super demon hunters out of the West, and they hunt demons, but also other demon hunters.
Yeah.
So it kind of made sense that she was a prisoner.
Right.
And then there were other demon hunters that were prisoners, and then they were like killing them one by one, and blah, blah, blah.
Prove that you're married.
Yeah, and then
do it right here.
She like jumps on him and is like, we're actually married, and blah, 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 and we're not demon hunters.
Yeah.
And then they're like, prove you're married. Fuck each other right now,
right
in
here.
front of us. And they almost got there, and then he realized that like the fucking iron spike that is supposed to be
through her hands,
driven through both of her hands, holding them together, is in fact like decals that were like stuck to the back of her hand.
It
right.
makes like a popping sound when she pulls it off.
Again, the fucking Foley artist was working overtime in this
so
movie.
good.
And the jig is up, and she's like, psych, these are all actually members of my crew. The people who died didn't actually die. They all take their orders from me. I basically just love you, and I want to have the sexy time with you.
Yeah, it was like, hey, see all the crazy shit that I see all the like wacky lengths that I went to prove that I love you. Isn't that amazing? Don't you love me for it? And he's like, you are psycho.
You're
Stay
great.
far, far away from me.
Yeah, I don't want to admit how well that shit works on me.
The mind games.
Not the mind games, just the like. Yeah.
Yep.
The persistence.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I marry a persistence hunter.
Yeah.
Turns out they're in the right place at the right time, and Pig Demon shows up again.
Yeah.
Ends up fucking up their whole clan. Takes out their. It was actually pretty sweet. Their little like car.
Yeah, they got into a car chase.
Yeah. It's like this fucking wagon.
Yeah, powered by air. It was
right.
It was pretty.
They got
clever.
into a car chase.
Yeah.
It was basically Fast and Furious 11.
Yeah.
11 and a half.
11 and a half.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious 11 and a half. Whooshy adrift.
You're so proud of yourself.
You know what? I'm a little proud of that one.
Yeah, I believe it.
And you know what? I bet you Grisey Lafferty is proud of me too.
Yeah, I'm sure she is.
I'm
Let
not
us
the
know.
one she's hunting.
Send us an email. Let us know. Are you proud of Colin? You proud of Colin, or do you think Stardust sucks? Okay.
How dare you? Jackson, get him.
Rawr.
Because it can't be both.
He got you.
It cannot be both.
It can't be both.
No,
These
it
are
cannot be
diametrically opposed.
Yeah.
Why are you leading into this, Jackson?
I'm not. Nope.
Chaos.
I'm not picking a side.
Chaos.
I'm gonna.
You're not picking a side?
I'm gonna stay
on
over
Stardust?
here on my little island.
Wow, I'm chipping away.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Yeah,
you're making headway here.
I've moved him to the middle.
I'm not.
Are you one of these both sides type people with
Yeah, no,
fucking Stardust and whether or not that was a clever joke?
I think it was a clever
Listen,
joke.
both sides are guilty of things.
Yeah, both of you have very interesting points.
Thank you.
I literally can't tell the difference between these two positions.
I love Stardust. I thought it was a funny joke.
You're saying you thought Stardust was a funny joke?
No.
Those were your words.
Get him, Jackson. Get him. You gotcha.
All right. I've been got. Okay. Pig Demon fucks them up. They are rescued, more or less, by a collection of other demon hunters.
The single greatest collection of human beings this world has ever known.
So good.
First, let's discuss the Almighty Foot.
Oh, the Almighty Foot.
Who was the second to show up?
Yes.
But definitely
He's
the
playing
best
the
of
best.
them. Yeah.
Oh my god. So he's got this little teeny, baby foot, you know?
like Deadpool.
Yes.
Exactly.
The baby hand.
That's
bit.
exactly right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Literally, his leg just ends at the knee, and it continues as a 6-inch long infant leg and foot.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and he walks around on a crutch and one leg, and fucking awesome.
But
Love that dude.
But he can stomp real good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spirit foot.
He doesn't do it in this scene. He does it later, but he can do things with that foot that most people
Most people can't do with their feet.
yeah,
Right.
don't even think about. You know?
I wouldn't want to try.
I believe what he did is called a foot job.
Ah, yes.
That's what they were talking about.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Right.
Okay, another one. Another one. I do not remember what his name was, but he can channel animal energy.
Animal spirits, yeah.
Well,
he shows up as a fucking tiger.
I think they're all the classic
the Zodiac.
the kung fu styles.
Oh yeah.
Right, he did tiger style. He did mantis
Mantis.
style.
Mhm.
So I think he's a kung fu master.
Doggy style.
And he did
Wow.
he did do doggy style shortly after the foot job because
Buffalo style.
the foot job didn't get him all the way there.
One leads to the other.
It's a slippery slope, guys.
Flaccid giraffe style.
Oof.
It's a slippery slope, and you end up right in the rear face.
Yep. The third of the demon hunters that rescues them, the
Prince.
Yeah.
Important.
impotent. Yeah. So out of the mist, you see these 4 women carrying this man on a.
It's
on
a litter.
chair.
It's a litter.
It's a whole litter.
Yeah. Well, that's what those things are called. The thrones that are on the
A litter.
Yeah, it's called a litter.
You normally carry cats on them,
Yeah.
Right.
young cats. That's why. You ever heard of kitty litter?
Oh, I never. You know what?
Yeah.
That all makes sense.
Yeah, piecing it together.
Yep.
Yep.
We're getting there.
One in the hand. Okay, so he rolls up. He probably has the most magnificent power of all of them, though.
Oh yeah.
He can throw swords that he keeps. He's got this little booklet that he opens up.
It's like a tackle box.
Yeah, with a bunch of little mini sword, basically letter opener swords.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the wee screwdrivers that you use to repair glasses and shit.
I thought they
Yeah.
were
Those-
chopsticks.
Those
at
little
first.
cases, yeah.
But he can flick those swords out of his little tackle box, if you will, and they turn into this flying swords, and he can kind of control where they move, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's basically Yandu Udanta, but with 15 swords instead
Yeah.
of a fucking arrow.
Yeah, and at one point they're soaring through a formation of T-birds, fucking just awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so Pig Demon still fucks off. What's next? Do they separate?
Yeah, he goes on to try and find the Monkey King,
Okay, so
He goes on his journey quest.
which he does
Yeah.
successfully.
Yeah, finds the Monkey King, who's just a guy in a hole.
Yeah. Just a very disheveled old man in a hole.
Not totally. Okay, there are a lot of sort of through lines from Stephen Chow's other work. This was not totally unlike when they find the whatever fucking Ultimate Warrior in Kung Fu Hustle.
Oh, yeah.
In the whatever the fuck his name was, he had a big sounding name, but when they find him just sitting on the fucking John, in the middle of the maximum security prison.
Yeah.
It's very much akin to that. He finds this hole hidden by an eternal lotus flower on an entire mountain that's a Buddha statue, and he climbs in, and it's just kind of like a fucking old guy.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a creepy old guy.
Yeah, I think that the comparisons do help also that they have a very similar mannerism to them. They're weird, eccentric. I don't know. There's a lot of comparisons I think between.
Yeah, another one that was like really strong with this movie, also with Kung Fu Hustle, is the whole idea that the protagonist has this seemingly innocuous and silly like booklet from their childhood, like a trivial pamphlet or booklet that they have faith in and everybody else thinks they're fucking silly for it.
Yeah.
And then ultimately end up gaining ultimate power and enlightenment as a result of faith in this silly booklet thing. Very similar vibes.
Yeah.
Okay, so of course his lady friend has been following him and then also shows up and they kind of hatch this plan, the three of them, the Monkey King. What was her name again?
Miss Duan.
Miss Duan, okay, yeah. To lure the pig demon to the hole, and that's where they were gonna, like, capture him.
Yeah, they're basically like, to the Monkey King, like, how do we defeat this pig demon? He's like, oh, his wife used to dance in the moonlight. If you dance in the moonlight to this song, it'll attract him. Get him to the hole, and I'll fucking take care of him.
Right.
Which, to be fair,
he does.
He does do that.
Yeah, very quickly, the pig demon shows up, they run over to the hole to, like, do the little bait and switch. The pig demon runs over, and the Monkey King calls up from the hole, and the pig is like, the fuck? And sticks his nose in there, and then it's just like, oh shit, too late. He's trying to back away from the hole, but he gets sucked in, and he gets turned into a tiny little piglet.
With little tusks.
Yeah.
Classic.
It was really cute.
So good.
If I had a nickel
for
every time that happened to me.
With little piglets?
Yeah.
And then Miss Duan does her magic bag thing and turns him into a little trinket.
Yeah, which normally would be kind of like a bad, like, witchy thing to do, but in this context, it was a good and fruitful and pro-social thing to do.
Yeah.
Which was interesting.
So here's my thing.
He's got a thing, Mark.
I told you earlier, I thought the movie felt a little long.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was going to be where the movie ended.
Yeah, it's tough when the climax hits at a different point than you're anticipating. Like, I feel like to a lot of people, Jurassic Park The Lost World feels long because they get off the fucking island and you're like, oh, cool, like, they're about to roll credits when they're, like, on the water and then it's like, psych, fucking dino in LA! Like,
you still got 45 minutes!
And you're like, oh my god, this is still going.
You're like, I just got November rained. Like, what the fuck?
Yep. Okay, so it turns out the Monkey King was the trickster all along, and Zhang, was it at the behest of the Monkey King?
Yeah, so
he ends up, like, plucking the lotus flower.
Yeah, so the Monkey King is like, hey, is the moon full tonight? And Zhang was like, yeah, dude, it's super full. And he's like, man, I really wish I could see it, but that stupid lotus flower's in the way. And Zhang is like, I can take care of that for you. Rips it out of its roots, and suddenly it catches fire, and so do all of the other lotus flowers and lily pads and shit like that. And the Monkey King is like, I finally tricked you.
And the monk guy basically sat there like that dog in the meme going, this is fine amongst the sea of fire.
Yeah, so then the Monkey King goes from being a crazy old man to a crazy monkey.
Very similar to, like, classic depictions of the Monkey King. Like, if you've ever seen there's a lot of, like, in Chinese legend where the Monkey King is, like, turned into a human or into a something, but, like, when he's typically depicted, he turns into that.
It's Planet of the Apes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Similar. Yeah. Yep. And so he is now the new big bad.
King of the Demons.
And he's getting ready to kind of square off. And then our three awesome demon hunters show up again to do final duels. We have to talk about the Almighty Foot.
Oh, yeah.
First, should we just get the tiger out of the way?
Sure.
So Tiger Guy squares off against him and dies.
Like,
immediately. Immediately. He fucking gets killed hard. And then Almighty Foot?
Almighty Foot shows up, and Almighty Foot's little baby foot turns into this big-ass fucking honker of a foot.
Yeah, and he has
I mean, like, I get what you just said, but it so doesn't do it justice.
No.
It's like 2 stories tall.
Yeah. No, so, like, it's great because he has this awesome, like, classic anime moment where he's like, you haven't even seen my final form. And then, like, from his little baby
you took
foot...
my line. That's exactly what I was going to say about the Monkey King. I told you it was going to come back up. Anyway, go ahead.
So, from his little baby foot, like, grow these tendrils of muscle, and then another, like, wave of tissue. And all 3 of us had that moment where we're like, oh shit, he's not gonna do it, is he? And then it just turns into this, like, fucking, it's gotta be like 60, 80 feet long.
It's amazing.
Well, actually, technically it's only 1 foot long, but...
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah, like the biggest... Oh my god, dude, it was so awesome.
Mark wouldn't even give me a chuckle off of that.
No.
So awesome.
Yeah, dude.
Can you imagine the tough actin tenactin that you'd need on that fucking thing? You need a Fire truck.
I will not stand for these jokes.
Mark's putting his foot down. That's fine. They can't hear you laugh, Mark.
He's gonna put his toe in, though.
Yeah, he'll dip a toe in.
Just
see how
a
it feels.
toe. Yeah.
Toe
yeah.
the line.
Did you see the fungus on that foot, though?
Oh, dude, the nails?
Those nails were not
They were
helping.
thick and yellow.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
No.
Yeah, no, he needs a podiatrist.
Yeah.
Yeah, very large podiatrist.
Yeah.
Does Buddha moonlight as a podiatrist?
A podiatrist.
A podiatrist? I need to go to the podiatrist. Something severe. I need to practice impermanence on my ingrown toenail.
Yes. Yes.
Be one with the cuticle. Okay, gets his foot kicked in.
First, he kicks some ass.
Yes. Yes.
But then, yeah, his foot, he slams his foot down on top of the Monkey King. And I didn't have this as one of my quotes, but I'm just going to say it. The Monkey King, punctures through his foot. And he's like, aha, the almighty foot has stepped on a nail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his finishing move is basically just step.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna step.
He's just going to stomp the
I'm
yard.
gonna step on you.
I mean, I think it usually probably works out for him.
Yeah, I have to imagine it's an effective move, but clearly not against the Monkey
And
King.
he's he lands in the lap of Prince Impotent. Prince Important, Impotent. And he's like, my foot, I hurt my foot. He's like, yeah, I know, get the fuck out of the way. And
Next.
and it's like, somebody move him, please.
You should have asked me earlier.
Right.
Why didn't you
Move him.
ask me sooner?
Move him.
Why didn't you ask me sooner?
You gotta get him to move.
Yeah, you should have asked me sooner, though.
God damn it.
We jest, but that's literally
That's actually how it
how
went.
the fucking exchange went.
So good.
He just keeps saying, just move his foot off of me, because his foot is literally in his fucking face. And the women who are helping him out are just like, why didn't you ask me sooner? You should have asked us sooner. We didn't know this was going to happen. You need to ask us sooner. I don't know if that was a callback to something, but
I don't
it
either.
was funny either way.
It was so good.
It was
over
so random.
a dozen times. Yeah. And of course, Prince Important is quite impotent and also gets his ass handed to him.
Yeah, these flying swords that turn into a giant fucking Voltron
Oh my
sword.
God, that was actually
so
pretty
dope.
dope.
Yeah, it was badass.
Yeah.
But again, I feel like, to my earlier point about who would like this movie, I feel like if my mother saw that, she'd be like, what the fuck am I watching? But
You shut up, Mom!
The 13-year-old boy in me is like, yeah! The Voltron!
Yeah.
It's the Mega Sword.
It's... I've seen this Power Ranger!
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so real quick, before we get off the topic of Prince Important / Impotent, this was actually something that's really weird to me. So we keep saying important / impotent because there was this whole thing when he first gets introduced where he's somebody calls him Prince Impotent. One of his helpers calls him Prince Impotent, and then he tries to say, no, my name is Prince Important, but then trips over his words and ends up sort of Bugs Bunny style calling himself Prince Impotent over and over and over, and it's funny and it's comical. But one thing that I thought was kind of weird about it was I don't know what the Chinese words for important or impotent are, but it's kind of interesting that in a Chinese language film, they were mixing what are two very close English terms,
Right.
as their primary confusing things. These things sound very similar.
Yeah.
That would make perfect sense in an English language film. Impotent, important, they're easy to get confused, but
I wonder...
either A, the Chinese words for those are also very similar, or B, it was crafted really for an English language audience to be thinking it's funny, or the other possibility that I don't know is they could have intentionally massaged the
script to make it make...
the subtitles to be okay, maybe it was funny in Chinese and it was similar, but they changed it to something else that's funny and clever and witty and
I feel
English.
like that's probably it.
Yeah, maybe that's it. But I thought that was really creative, that it was impotent important. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? They're speaking Chinese.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are these terms actually so close to each other?
I think that's...
Anyway, I just wanted to explore that for a second because I thought that was really interesting, and that's also kind of explains why we keep waffling back and forth on his name. Okay, so the Monkey King has basically fucked up all of the sort of primary demon hunters. He comes over to Monk Guy, Zhang, and he starts ripping out his fucking hair, which is crazy.
Oh, dude,
just
just fucking scalping him by hand, clump for clump.
And not the funny Eddie Murphy kind of clumps.
No.
The bad clumps.
Yeah.
He's testing his will. He's trying to get him to renounce Buddha.
Yeah.
More or less.
Yeah, because he's sitting there
He keeps
praying to Buddha, and he's like, put your hands down, put your hands down. And every time he says, put him down, he rips out another chunk of hair, and he's like, put him down, rip. until he's fucking bald, like plucked him like a chicken.
Yeah.
Yep. Duan shows up to protect him.
She does not do a great job.
No, she puts up a valiant fight, but like she was no match for him.
Valiant, perhaps.
Right.
Long and effective.
No.
Nope.
No, she gives it her all, which, to be fair, is considerable, but again, no match for him.
Not enough. She fucking dies.
Yep.
You know?
Hard.
Yeah.
And then he explodes her body.
It's a lot. There's a lot to take in.
Again, another one of those things where it's just like, it feels like just like a step or two too far and it catches your attention, at least as a Western viewer.
Right.
It catches your attention. You're like, oh, fuck. Like in that first scene, like a kid got eaten and I'm like, oh, okay. So like, when does the kid come out of the fish's mouth?
Yeah.
And then it never did. And I was like, so that 5-year-old just straight up got eaten.
Yeah, the mom is like, give me my daughter back. And I half expected the fish to like spit it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope. Just fucking eats her. I was like, oh, so it's that kind of movie.
This felt a little like that, in that it was just sort of like, okay, he killed her, but she also doesn't die in this like she kind of dies in this like stylized kind of way. But then he literally levitates her body and bursts her into fucking dust.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, okay.
I appreciate that there were fucking stakes.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see. So she dies. He kind of has this moment where he kind of just becomes the one, more or less. You know, it's that scene. You've seen this scene in 100 movies before, where the protagonist, who was previously not enough, was very true to his convictions, but finally everything sort of pays off.
Literally happened in Kung Fu Hustle.
Yeah.
And Shaolin Soccer. Like basically every Stephen Chow film.
Yep. It's a trope.
Somebody fucking becomes the one. Yeah.
Yep. So he's glowing. He sort of channels Buddha the size of the planet. Pretty crazy looking scene.
Another fucking direct call to Kung
palm.
Fu Hustle. But he fucking pulled Buddha palm on him.
Yep.
Though this was an even more severe Buddha palm.
Yeah, like interplanetary Buddha.
Intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic.
Okay, so good guys win. Bad guy sort of reverts back to his goodness.
Yeah.
You know, I suppose. I don't know, they didn't really explain.
They didn't explain it explicitly, but after he's faced every demon, he's gone back to his master, and his master's basically like, you've reached enlightenment, you've seen what I've seen, yada yada. You need to go to the West. And this is the whole thing, is like, this is really not his journey to the West. His journey to the West that lines up with the historical pilgrimage to India begins at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And he's like, take these 3 people, will protect you. And the 3 people are the
fish demon, the hog demon, and the monkey king.
Exactly. And they have clearly sort of done the thing that he wants to do that the other demon hunters don't want to do, which is figured out how to get them to renounce their ways and, find love and compassion again.
Yeah.
And so now they basically are rolling with him as his muzzle.
Yeah, he little Nickied them. Feel the good.
Popeye's chicken is fucking awesome.
So, roll credits.
Yeah.
Fucking likes, dude. I mentioned it before, but I'll mention I really enjoyed both that this movie had stakes, but the juxtaposition between the slapstick humor and then the somber realities of what we're seeing. Children are dying. There's main characters are dying, and there's no saving anyone. I feel like that happens too much in Western movies, where you don't want your main characters to die, but whenever they do, you always just expect that somehow they're going to come back. There's going to be some kind of washing of the consequences of any of the stakes, and this didn't do any of that. Everyone just kept moving in one direction. I really dig on that. And of course, I love a good kung fu movie.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As per usual, I love the cinematography in this. I think the shots that they made, were so creative, fading in and out, the tracking, everything about this movie was beautiful. It was art. Mm-hmm. Right down to the shots they made, especially during the fight scenes. The choreography was fucking phenomenal, top notch. And even though I think it's safe to say that I am not the target audience for this movie, because it's not in English, for one.
Fair.
But, this movie punches way above its weight, as do most Stephen Chow films. Stephen Chow makes these incredible movies that they sneak up on you. Kung Fu Hustle,
mm-hmm.
So funny, so action-packed, so good.
Speaking of the cinematography, branching off of that, the special effects, were you guys pulled out for the CGI?
Yeah, I have that on my list of dislikes.
Yeah.
Fit it in the middle somewhere for me.
So I will say, I think probably the same vibe that you picked up, where like the tone of this movie and the fact that it's like predominantly a comedy sort of allows you as the viewer to forgive some of those transgressions, but like the CGI was fucking horrible.
Yeah, no, if
Like-
if this was a more serious, like somber tone, then it would have been like the bad kind of cheesy.
Mhm.
But again, given that, like you said, it's first and foremost a comedy, the CGI is as bad as it is passable.
Well, it's also like a Stephen Chow film. So like there is a piece of me that's like, yeah, but you know how to do this.
Right.
Like, you definitely, you're not a new filmmaker.
Right.
Like, again, I can give it a pass if it's a comedy, but like there is a piece of me that like, if I gotta find a dislike,
Yeah.
that's high on the list.
But not all of the CGI was like bad.
No.
Like it wasn't. I don't know.
I think most of it was pretty bad.
I think the best CGI they had was when the pig demon became a wild boar. But again, it was a little weak. The worst, I think, for me was the fish demon. Like, when we first saw the fish demon and we saw the CGI, I was like, oh, it's like that.
Yeah, like, right?
Mhm.
But I don't know, I felt like that I agree, but I felt like that carried kind of through the rest of the film. But rolling with likes before we keep going with the dislikes, I felt like the demons were really cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And, like, they were creative, and, like, I loved the fucking backstories.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
the
the lore
backstories,
was really
like,
good.
really fucking made it. I know I gushed about that a little earlier, but I felt like I had to bring it back up.
It almost had like a Monster of the Week sort of like vibe to it, where
Yes.
like this is the bad guy for like the next 15, 20 minutes, and it felt really like episodic in that way.
Yes, exactly. The sound effects were great. I know I mentioned that. That's so fucking cool. You know, it's interesting, you were saying earlier, Jackson, about like the not sure, like where the target demographic or target audience. I kind of wonder, because like, I mean, for like a couple reasons. One, the Chinese government like loves to exert influence, especially like cultural influence outside of like the sphere of China.
Right.
And so, like, I wouldn't be, like, totally sold on the idea that, like, they didn't make this for a Western audience, especially knowing that, like, Stephen Chow, like,
That's renowned.
has renown, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, people love his movies for good reason. But, like, regardless of the genesis of the impotent, important thing, care and effort was made to incorporate that as something that would play well with Western audiences.
Yeah.
Whether it was a trick of the captioning, whether it was like they intentionally chose two things that maybe wouldn't land, for a Chinese audience as well, but definitely would land for a Western audience. The other thing that, like, there were a couple of other sort of, like, subtle things, like, at one point, one of the nursery rhymes that they were singing was Frère Jacques.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
Like the melody.
yeah, and it was the melody, but it was the song, too.
Was it actually the
Yeah, it was
lyrics
actually,
to it?
yeah, well, they were sung in Chinese, but,
Mhm.
the actual, like, reading of it was, yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I thought it was fascinating to see this sort of, like, interplay East meets West kind of thing, and pulled off by Stephen fucking Chow. I'll stop
Yeah.
gushing about him, but he's so good. So I glossed over this because you would hit this point, but I feel like I'm going to hit it again. Is like, I did love that, like, the pig demon, but definitely the fucking Monkey King were so fucking Frieza.
Yeah.
He's like, this isn't even my final form, and everybody's like, oh my god, his power levels 9,000. The scouter like explodes on their fucking head. I really there was a lot of that, and I fucking appreciated it.
Yeah, the Monkey King would like occasionally turn into a giant ape version of himself.
Yeah.
Which again, I can't say it's very Dragon Ball because, I imagine that aspect of the Monkey King's character probably predates this movie and far predates my anime show.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
But I also feel like I don't think either the Japanese or the Chinese would be thrilled about being compared in terms of like
No, like it's a thing. The creator of
popular media.
No, the creator of Dragon Ball, like it's a thing
What's the thing?
that it is loosely based on. Like there's no shine from that.
On the Monkey King?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't know that.
No.
Which makes sense, I guess, because of the Saiyans with the fucking giant
Yeah.
monkey things with the tails. and
Yeah.
You take their tail off and they're no longer like, was it full moon, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Can breathe fucking ice demon fire or whatever.
Dope as shit.
Dope as shit.
Dope as shit.
Dope as shit.
Okay. Anything else we like? I mean, I like this whole movie.
I didn't realize it was quite that explicit, but that's fascinating. Sorry, go ahead.
Other things that we like?
I liked that they blended folklore and like Chinese history into this very ridiculous movie. Like, you can watch this as an action flick and go, wow, this was a great work of fiction. But the fact that all of these stories are based off of, like, Chinese legends and urban myths and stuff is super dope. Like, blended really well into the story. And the fact that this story is essentially a prequel to the source material it was drawn from is really cool.
I completely agree. I'll put myself down as a like for that as well. But I also feel like there's a piece of that I want to put in dislikes, is I felt like they could have been a little bit more explicit about it.
Yeah.
Like, do that wall of text kind of thing, you know, in the 7th century, you know, blah, 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 went to blah, 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 and did this, yada, yada. This is an account of what happened before that. While it's fun to discover that stuff for yourself, there's definitely a piece of me that's like, yeah, but like many people might just watch this movie and then never think about it again.
Yeah.
And like you're kind of missing your opportunity to inform your audience of the real and historical and legendary context that this is set in. So I think there's a piece of me that wants to put a part of that in dislikes.
Yeah, I think we can probably move into dislikes. Just I feel like it might be easier because I really jammed on this movie.
Maybe I'm the only one who feels like this, but I feel like the motivation for Miss Duan's character was vastly underplayed.
Yes.
Like, in their first meeting, she's kind of, like, cutesy, flirty, like, you're a dumbass, but you're cute. And then pieces off. And then their second meeting, she's like, hey, you're more than cute. You're my type of guy. And
I'm going to marry you and have a family.
And she's like, when I'm
very 1950s. You're my kind of gal.
and then she's like, okay, when a woman closes her eyes, that's an invitation to kiss her. And I was like, is it though? Like,
it is.
I feel like there are a lot of situations in which that is not.
I know. I feel like this monk's gonna get me too'd.
But so we go from this where she's like, okay, clearly interested, right? And then immediately we turn it up to 11, where she fakes being captured by bandits in the woods, and under duress is like, you have to have sex with me right here in the woods on the ground in front of all of these people.
Which, admittedly, we all would love to have happened to us,
right?
But. I agree. The motivation is suspect. I will say there was one part that made me feel like there was something either cut out of this or something that the filmmakers took for granted that people would already know. And it could be simplified so easily with like some reference to like, say, again, we've drawn comparisons to The Matrix, like a prophecy that says you're going to end up with a man who has no fear of blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And you will have some magical adventure or some bullshit and it'll be the love of your life.
Yeah.
Right? Like the love of your life will be this guy who blah, blah, blah. And then she sees him as that guy and then latches on and has this like fucking tiger grip on him.
Right.
To your point, it would explain her motivation for being so fucking aggressively clingy so quick.
Yeah.
And they did kind of allude to it when like she was talking to her sister and she's describing him and she's like, but he's fearless and he's not seeking glory and he's not seeking riches or anything. He's doing this totally out of the goodness of his own heart and he's chivalrous and blah, blah, blah. And she goes, her sister says something like, oh, that's why. Oh, I get it now. And they kind of go like, hey, to each other.
But it's
and you're like, there's something missing here.
Yeah, there's just one little, datum missing from
exactly. It literally would have taken
10 seconds.
10 seconds to just be like, just like the prophecy when the fucking oracle told you that, you were going to marry some guy and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, got it. Yep.
And like,
makes sense.
Like, the prophecy told me that I would love him for the rest of my life.
Which is true.
Yeah.
Technically.
She died like the next day.
You are technically correct.
Right.
The best kind of correct.
Yes. But yeah, so that was my only real dislike, was like, okay.
Yes, that's a good one.
Why is she obsessed? Like, I get it, she likes him, but why so over the top?
Yes, and you get the sense that it's there under the surface and just not being said.
Right.
I mean, I think half of her affections were for the bit, too. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I agree.
But the bit would still work as long as he didn't know.
Yes.
Right? As long as he was experiencing this as like, what the fuck is this woman's damage? Yeah. Why is she so clingy? Mm-hmm. If the audience was in on the joke, it wouldn't ruin the joke.
Nope.
Because you're still watching his reaction, right?
It would actually enhance the joke, in my opinion. Because, knowing that she has latched onto him for this very specific reason, and it's just like, he is the one. He is the one that I've been told about. I went to a fortune teller 20 years ago, and they told me the blah, blah, blah. And he's the reason that I'm, here, so I have to be with him. him. And he's just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, get off me, crazy lady. And she's like, but I love you. You know? It would be great. It would be funny.
Yeah. Anything else that we didn't like?
I didn't like that the fish ate the kid.
I didn't like that the fish ate the kid, but I liked that the fish didn't spit the kid back up.
Yeah. No, it was definitely
Mark
like,
is not a fan of regurgitation.
Right? Like, saved the baby, but ate the 4-year-old. And I was just like, that's fucked up. And then I was expecting the child to come back out and the whole village would be like, yay!
Yeah.
That did not happen.
I was definitely waiting for that myself.
I enjoyed the finality of it, but that was a cute kid.
Yeah.
That was a cute kid.
Yeah, they should have gotten an ugly kid.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't miss ugly kids.
Not enough ugly kids in movies these days.
That's right.
You know?
Back in my day, we had Sloth.
Yes.
Baby Roof! Hey, you guys! How old was Sloth?
Oh, God. Like 40?
Was he 40?
I mean, yeah, but like mentally 10?
Yeah.
We'll call him 25.
Yeah, there you go.
Split the difference. He's a disjointed 25.
There you go.
I mean, when you live on Baby Ruths, it doesn't do wonders for your development. All right, done with dislikes, done with likes.
Yep.
Are we ready to move on to Don Quixotes?
I believe so.
Jackson, you spilled the beans on one of mine,
Oh, I did?
but I'm gonna say it anyway. Like the audience have heard it for the first time.
Okay.
You spilled the Frank Beans Roberta.
Nasty one.
Yeah, I mean, you should see what they do when we're not looking.
Tell us, Mark.
It's like you're familiar with lima beans?
Yeah.
It's nothing like that.
Okay. I'm very intrigued.
It's called Pintos,
Which
is a vehicle that will explode you.
Yep.
I'm just kidding.
I'm familiar.
That's Tesla's.
Yeah. Oh.
Why are you making that face? It's funny.
So real, though.
It's funny because it's true.
Yeah. They are officially the most deadly vehicle in the world.
Behind the Abrams tank.
Yes.
Which is,
but that one didn't kill the driver.
it's deadly for somebody else, not for the driver. We have fun.
Yeah.
Mark, go ahead.
When a girl closes her eyes, she wants you to kiss her. No. Not always. Sometimes they're sleeping.
Occasionally. It's a very occasional occurrence.
You stumble on a woman sleeping in a glass case in the
She wants you to
woods.
kiss her. If you see a sleeping woman, she wants you to kiss her.
Yeah.
Disney would have you believe
That's...
that.
That's true love. When you kiss a woman you've never really met,
Yeah.
that's true love.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Or it's Dateline.
Yep.
Oh, well. I chose that because that's definitely a through line for the whole movie. Like, she says it to him like a few times, like in jest, and then at the end, when she's dying, it comes right back up again. And it just kind of like, it's a nice way to just kind of like close out her character, because it had previously been this like funny bit, and then it turns into this like emotional bit, her send off at the end.
Yeah.
What are the kind of quotes you mother F has got?
Well, I did actually have 7 quotes.
Obviously.
Yeah.
It's weird because Mark just gave us 7.
So I'm going to read both of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both 7s.
So there's a very comedic scene in which Duan is like asking her sister for relationship advice. Like, how do I get this guy interested in me?
It's the best scene in the movie.
Yeah, so she slaps this obedience charm on her back and then puts one on her own back so that Miss Duan is going to do and say everything that her sister does and says. So she's like being all seductive and waving her hands and like touching her hips and flipping her hair and doing all this like crazy, over-the-top, feminine, wiles shit. But in the midst of this, one of the guys that's with them is still, like, spraying blood from his failed squib.
Yeah, remember, they faked a couple of people's deaths. So, like, one of the guys had, like, a fucking blood hose to make it seem like he died. And then it just malfunctioned.
And it wouldn't shut off.
And
So he's just
walking
spraying
around,
blood
fucking spraying blood.
So she's like, fucking stop it, get away from me. I will kill you, blah, blah, blah. So Miss Duan is saying this to Zhang. And at one point...
Should I jump in here with my quote? Because it actually comes at this exact moment.
Yes.
So this is one of my 7. So her sister, who's controlling Miss Duan, is saying to the guy who's spraying blood, put a plug in it, put a cork in it, like, stop it from fucking, you have to stop this from spraying all over me. Meanwhile, our protagonist, Zhang, the monk, he's in like a cage in the back of their car, and he's like going to take a piss in the corner. He has not started peeing, but he had stopped himself when Mrs. Dewan came in. So she is saying and doing everything her sister is saying and doing, which is, stop, you're spraying it on me. It's getting all over. Put a cork in it. Stop it right now. And then she literally says, put a plug in it or I will rip it out. And then he just goes, is there no justice in this world?
So good.
So right after that,
justice in this world.
So right after that, her sister starts beating the shit out of this dude that's spraying blood everywhere. Meaning that Miss Duan starts beating the shit out of Zhang. And at that moment, the obedience charm falls off of her. And she like backs away. She's like, I'm so sorry. It was an accident. And then runs out, which is a very confusing thing to hear after someone has just beaten the shit out of you. And the two guys run in and the obedience charm falls onto Zhang. So then her sister starts doing this like sexy dance.
Thinking that the charm is still attached to
her sister,
Duan.
So Zhang is doing the sexy dance, and these two guys are just standing there watching it, and they're like intrigued but also disturbed.
They're fighting some feelings.
Yeah. And then one guy, he's like, "You friggin' S.O.B."
Like says that, or it's translated as that.
That's the line. Oh man, it's so good. And they're like, "You perv," and then they're like, "All right, we've had enough of this," and they beat the shit out of it.
But not for, like, lack of wanting.
Right.
There was some thirst in their eyes.
Yep. Yeah, there was some stuff going on in the cranium there. And then my last quote is much more somber. At the very end, Zhang is, like, hovering over Miss Duan, and she's, like, actively dying. She's passing into the great beyond. And she's like, do you love me? Like, how can we come this far and overcome all this stuff, and you still don't love me? And he's like, I love you. And she's like, how long will you love me? And he goes, 1,000 years. 10,000 years. And she just very quietly says, 10,000 years is too long. Just love me now.
Oh.
And I was just like, oh...
How dare this movie make me feel
like
feelings?
Right in the feels.
Jeez.
But it's amazing that it can do all of that.
Yeah.
It's very Bill Lawrence of Stephen Chow.
Yes.
Phineas. So I have 7 quotes left after I just gave that one.
Yeah.
And I'm going to read both of the ones I have left. The first one comes from the first demon fight. There is a very protracted mid part of the scene where, like, there is this kind of, I don't know, what would you call it?
It's like a balance beam.
Yeah, it's like a section of a bridge, I think.
Yeah.
That, like, fell onto a fulcrum and is sort of swinging around and going up and down like a teeter-totter, and it's going around. It's a really long part of the scene.
It's so funny, too.
It's really funny. It's very Three Stooges, right? There's a lot of physical comedy kind of going on. And at one point, it gets, like, bumped, so it's spinning like a top. And the centripetal force is, like, pulling them out sort of away from the, like, axis of rotation. And Zhang, the monk, is on it with the, like, priest guy who...
threw a bomb on a manta ray.
Yeah, didn't actually catch the demon, who turns out to be a coward and is obviously not wanting to be a part of this. And Zhang is, like, progressively losing his grip as he's being sort of, like, pulled off due to the centripetal force. And he's, like, grabbing onto this dude, and the guy is, like, laying on his back with his head towards the edge of the spinning platform. And Zhang is, like, grabs this dude's foot, and then his crotch, and then his, like, chest, and then his chin. And then eventually he just grabs, like, 2 fingers wedged in his fucking nostrils, and he's literally holding on to this guy's nostrils.
It's being swung around at very violent speed.
And the guy just goes, okay, that really hurts.
Just straight to the point.
Okay, that really hurts. So good. The next one is when Prince Impotence first shows up, and he's got quite the entry. It's very grandiose.
It's so protracted.
Yeah, and they're walking in, and all 5 of them, the 4 women and him, have the powder on, and they're all white and shit, and they're walking in, and the women are throwing petals and stuff. And then they set him down, and he's starting to, like, address the other demon hunters that are present, and they're still throwing the fucking flower petals. And he just, like, looks up at them kind of casually, and he's like, all right, but, like, keep it low key, let's Stop throwing the pedals.
Just keep it low key.
Keep it low key. Stop throwing the pedals. It's so good.
Amazing.
That's all 2 of my 7.
All right.
So, where did you rate this?
Rate.
Rate this potate?
Rate this potate.
Do you want to go first, Jackson? I feel like you always go first.
I would love to go
Or
first.
You never go first. though.
Yeah.
Jackson, you should go first. Mark, what do you got?
I got 7.8. Sorry. You know what? You go ahead. You go ahead.
Do it.
You started this.
Fucking do it.
I've got 2 just in case you picked my metric.
All right. Yeah, go for it. Lay it on me, big daddy.
If I give them both, it means you can't use either.
Right.
All right, I'm going to go 7.8. I'm going to go demon plushies.
Okay. Yeah. I like it.
I'm curious if...
I didn't have a metric picked out. I just picked one out, and the second I picked it out, I'm like, I've got like an 80% chance that this is what fucking Jackson picked.
I'm waiting to see.
So now I'm so sorry, Jackson. I'm going to jump in here, and I'm going to give this movie a 7.5 baby legs.
Nice.
Ooh,
Is that what it was?
No.
Oh,
That's
damn.
good. That's good. Baby legs.
I'm going to give this one a 6.8 glossy pig demons.
Oh.
Ooh,
All
wow.
right. I thought you were going to go golden rings.
I played with it, but it was too basic.
Now, so the golden ring, just so I understand, that's in the rear face, right?
Yes. Yeah.
The golden ring is in
That's
the rear
the
face.
mouth of the rear face.
The mouth of the rear face. You got to aim for the golden ring.
Yes. Sonic the Hedgehog would be proud.
Oh, no.
You know, if those movies are canon, those rings lead to other dimensions.
Yeah, fucking
That's-
mushrooms.
It's a lot of pressure.
The pleasure dimension.
Yeah.
Well, depends. It depends on...
The fungus dimension.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You've met Gus as well?
Yeah.
He's
He's a fun guy.
No, man. I think we all know that that's Juggalo Tim.
Look, what if
I can't believe I've forgotten about Juggalo Tim.
Yeah, no, that's Juggalo Tim.
I'm so sorry, Tim.
That motherfucker spreads the goopadoop.
I've met Juggalo Tim.
I know,
And
I know. We were regaled with the tale.
Like, he's a pretty cool Juggalo. He's one of the cool Juggalos.
Yep, I'm not going to say whether that's a low or a high bar to hit, but
He's one of the cool
it's a bar.
Juggalos.
It's a bar.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're done, right?
Yep. That's it.
Okay, get the
Right.
fuck out of my basement.
Peace.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Let's just close this up here.
That was the sound of closing.
Yeah, that was the sound of closure.
But I don't even know that it was because I'm not here.
Right. Neither am I. I am a Fig Newton of your imagination.
I already left.
But hypothetically, if we were still here, would we do something else? Like a scene score?
Scene score.
Yeah.
That's
All right.
tight.
All right. Well, we did not max out that thing at all.
Oh, man.
That's
We
nice.
were balanced.
That's called withholding.
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
Like a fish demon.
Is that edging? Is that the right?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
it, yeah.
We sure edged that.
We are
yeah.
right on the edge of our toes, of our feet. I believe it's also called a foot job in some circles.
Yes. Quite.
Phineas.
Gross.
Gross, Phineas.
Gross, Phineas.
Oh, you got it in my mustache.
I dare say. The gall. The very cheek.
And the cheek next to my mustache. Okay, so Colin gave it a 7.5, Mark gave it a 7.8, Jackson gave it a 6.8.
6.8.
Jackson gave it a 6.8. That leaves us with an average score of 7.4, which is obviously correct.
Yeah.
Objectively. I think we know that.
I'll allow it.
Thank you to everybody who responded to our movie familiarity survey. If in the future you want to be part of the movie familiarity survey and be one of these like fucking heroes, I think most of them have the Medal of Honor, or at least
One of them has the Medal of Valor.
yes, and
Yeah.
I think a couple of them have the sort of gold star stickers,
Yeah.
that say like "good job" with a smiley
It's
face.
the same exact thing.
Basically the same
Yeah,
thing.
they have the medal of gratitude.
Yep.
The Medal of Gratitude.
I appreciate it.
The Medal of Good Job. Which is
You did good.
you
Doesn't
did-
matter what kind of job.
the
It was
medal.
good.
The Medal of Done Good.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm just saying that our constituents are basically war heroes.
Yeah.
The people who contribute to the familiarity score. If you want to contribute to the familiarity score and get a peek at upcoming movies, you can reach out to us at 3meninabasement, gmail.com, tmaab.podbean.com, whatever you want, and we'll send you that survey. So many good, and you just tell us if you heard of the things.
So many good.
So many good. Anyway,
make it happen, Captain.
To those of you who haven't, obviously you're dead to us. For those of you who did, your average familiarity was a 0.6 out of 10.
Okay, that's actually lower than I was expecting.
Lower? I was higher than I expected.
Wow.
I was expecting a 0 across the board.
Really?
For a Stephen Chow?
Yeah, but it's kind of like a deep cut for Stephen Chow.
Yeah, but I feel like Journey to the West is like a big. I don't know.
It's a pretty big
We
deal.
don't really cut deep into the Chinese market.
Nah.
Like,
And maybe we should.
maybe we should.
We should just nothing but Stephen Chow.
Yeah.
Because every Chinese movie is made by Stephen Chow, is what I've learned.
Obviously.
From this podcast.
No,
Yeah.
we know that.
So
Yeah,
so going forward, it's 3 men in Stephen Chow's basement.
that's right. Which is
I'd
a
still do
different
that.
podcast about those 3 guys that disappeared in Shanghai.
Yes.
Yes. And
Still curious.
they never solved that.
Nope.
Chris Hansen has some leads.
Yep.
Dark. So what do we got here then?
Okay, so average familiarity 0.6 out of 10. Our average score 7.4. That low familiarity gives it a slight punch up to an 8.6.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
this would surprise you in, I think, the best of ways.
But I also think that like other Stephen Chow films, like Shaolin Soccer perhaps, might punch just a teeny tiny bit higher, maybe more like a 9.0. Slightly better known. However, I think I like those just a teeny tiny bit more.
Right.
I love this movie, but
They're more approachable in that.
perhaps.
like- I mean, they're still fantastical.
Yeah. Is that all we got?
Yeah.
We lured Dern?
That's it.
Lured Dern up in here.
That's all she wrote.
That is all for the All Crap review. Thank you for listening. If you have any ideas for movie reviews, or if you want to get involved and contribute to the scene score like I just fucking said to you,
Yeah.
get a peek at upcoming movies, you can email us at 3, that is the number 3, menandabasement@gmail.com. You can also find us at tmaab.podbean.com. TMAAB stands for 3 Men and a
Basement.
Also, please be sure to check out our upcoming tour. We've got The Mean Means.
Yeah.
They're not nice.
No, but they're pretty average in terms of
Super aggressive,
talent.
but they're like right in the middle of the road.
yeah. They're not really good. They're not really bad. They're pretty average.
Yeah, they're right in the median.
Yeah. That is a different central tendency, sir. And
I was hoping you wouldn't catch that.
Fans of the medians would not be pleased.
That's fair.
They will all line up right in front of you, and 1 or 2 of them in the very middle will come out and kick your ass.
It would be mode not good.
Also, on stage 2, we've got Frank Beans Roberta,
Whoa.
which we didn't know Beans was a verb when we booked that band.
No.
Don't bring your kids.
Don't bring.
Maybe bring a raincoat.
I don't know who
Definitely bring a raincoat.
I don't know who I would bring to that.
Right.
I'm going to bring my buddy Raincoat.
Yep.
And then also on stage 3, we've just got a rear face.
Yeah. That's not a stage I would go to if you're squeamish.
Yeah, it tends to be a little cracked in the middle.
Yeah.
It's got that golden ring if you open the crack.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like a Super Saiyan anus.
A Super Sanus.
Super Sanus.
Is that actually the stage name of Rear Face?
When they really
Super Sanus?
When they really get going. Yeah. It's like a luge down there.
Oh, man.
They are all on tour now. They probably shouldn't be, but they fucking are. You can also find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, the YouTubes.
Wherever you get your podcast.
Wherever you get your podcast. Wherever you're listening right now, go listen to this episode or a different episode on that thing.
Listen to 2 episodes at the same time.
Yeah.
You got 2
Ooh, that would
ears.
be fun. Play one of them backwards.
Yeah.
Find the hidden message.
We have so many messages.
Oh.
And most of them are, it's like my grocery list.
Yep.
Just so I don't forget it.
Right.
But there's some other stuff in there too.
Yeah.
Right? There's
some chants.
Yeah. It's like AC/DC lyrics. There's 17th century vellum manuscripts that we transcribed.
Some VCR instructions.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Like manuals for VCRs. All sorts of, interesting and fun tidbits.
Yeah.
Only if you play these backwards.
You can learn something.
Mm-hmm. It's an acoustic gangbang, if you will.
Right.
That's true. That's it, Mark. You got it.
Thank you.
Right on the head.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you know what they say.
Bang him in the rear face.
2 in the hand is worth 1 in the bush. That's what they say. Okay? That's what they say.
I think that's a little behind the bush.
2 in the rear face is worth 1 in the front face.
I mean,
as long as we're like functioning on systems of bartering and exchange.
So 1 in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. 1 or 2 on the hand is worth 1 in the bush, and then 1 in the rear face is worth 2 in the front face.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then 1 in the front face is worth 2 in the bush.
I think we need to get a table together for this.
That's right.
We gotta chart this out.
We need a flow diagram.
Yeah. I'm having a hard time following, but like I'm really interested.
Yeah, no, like it's necessary knowledge. You can't go in blind.
It's like the rules of rock paper scissors. Like
yes, exactly.
Bird beats bush, bush beats.
Front face beats bush beats rear face beats front face. Everybody's sticky.
Classic 3-body problem.
Oh,
we have fun.
We do. Okay, so go find this fucking podcast if you dare. Until then, my name is Colin McLeod.
Marco.
Action Jackson.
And we'll see you in cyberspace. Restner.
See, I was gonna do it, but I do it every time. I was like, nah. I'm gonna panic.